Hey, what's up, YouTube? Hopefully, the world. I got no cigarettes. Tim, some damn fool's ATV. I'm not putting this to be in the ATV department. First off, guys, watch me through riding, man. I love you. I apologize. This needs to be said. I got to put this out there. I got a voice now. I feel like maybe. So we're gonna see. This little 2-inch black box can open the door. I want to tell you guys about the injustice in America. First off, my name's Tim. I do kitchen and remodel. I do the remodeling, whatever. I chase dollar bills, man. I try to make a dollar here, make a dollar there. I got a past, so don't really have the best choice of jobs, but I'm a different man today. Quit drinking, got my life together, started riding, messing with four-wheelers. Something to do to keep my time. But I live in Pender County, North Carolina, which is not. If anybody from Pender County, what up? But it's not a rich area and it's not a big area. There's a rich area. It's in Hampstead, North Carolina. All right. And there's a name. Well, first off, let me tell you a story. Back history on this is they started putting county water out in my neighborhood. I live in rural North Carolina, East Coast America. But so they came through with county water meters. So you can hook up and have water. Everybody's on well and septic tanks because we're out in the country. So where that benefits is wells collapse, foot valves go bad, and those things get expensive. The well pumps, the good pumps, Myers Gould pumps, they're expensive. So not everyone can afford that. I'm trying to help those people. I've done 2 water lines in my neighborhood. One 3 houses down, the other one 2 houses behind him. The first one, I pulled up and was leaving to go to work and seen a big plumbing outfit nationwide. Man, fuck it, I don't care. They shut me down, so this is about to get ugly. I don't give a fuck. Everybody's getting blasted. I seen Benjamin Franklin Plumbing sitting in their driveway, and I pulled up the next day because my neighbor's standing there with his hand on his head looking like he's about to cry with 2 kids and an old lady standing there. And I can understand what that old lady was probably saying. I pulled up and I talked to the guy. They'd been fucking without water for 2 weeks. 2 days prior, the neighbor to him, who is a friend of mine, real good guy, what's up, Mark, super dude, let him run a water hose from his, because he's still on a well to well, nobody was on county, let him run a water hose from his outside faucet, cooking his system to help him, because they got a family. They couldn't afford the pump. The pump was $300 to get that fixed. And I said, well, how much did Benjamin Franklin quote you? And he said, $3,200. I said, man, I'll do it for $300. And they get it past inspection. So I already talked to Pender County Inspections Department, Plumbing Department, and asked them, do I need a permit to tie in my neighbors? No. No, you don't need a permit. They got the permit, and it's not like permit for inspection. They don't require a license. You don't have insurance because it's in the yard. I'm putting a water line underground to a line that's already been there from a well. It's in the yard. What can go wrong? That's all that you're doing. All right, and you have to put something in the house for thermal expansion. But in the line, you have to put a valve for pressure reducing because at night when everybody goes to sleep, the water pressure builds up. So I was helping my neighbors. I've done 2 water lines. One was 224 fucking foot long. I'm gonna try not to cuss because I want this to make it out there. Please don't judge me by my language. I have no way to edit these. I'm just getting started on YouTube. By the way, like, subscribe, put a thumbs up, man, comment. If you hate this video, bring it. This is the one. I will let some negative comments fly. If you're a business owner, I'm gonna tell you why you're pissed off at me before. But in just a minute, I'm sorry, I'm skipping around, but back to the topic. So I made $700 in 259, about 260 foot total between 2 water lines. Hand dug one 26-foot trench to find the existing and found the power from the house, which is supposed to be at 4 foot, at 18 inches. Ran across all kinds of cable, auxiliary lines in the yard, but did not tear up the man's stuff because that's counterproductive. It's an old man, 80 years old on a fixed income, who was like a grandfather to me. He had a part in my raising. I love his entire family. So it's up to the Hardmans. No matter what you think it is from distances, I love everybody, even if we don't talk. Love you all. So I did that as a favor to him, who the man's on a fixed income. There's no plumbing company would have done it for that. The other one, I made $100 in a rifle. Don't have no interest in guns. Didn't take ownership. Had a buddy I owed some money to. He took the rifle as a part of payment on the debt. So for a trailer. To haul these things, because mine's going to fall apart. I have no money, so I have to work however I can to make it. I'm very low class. Blue collar is only if somebody walked up against me or one. I am brown collar. I do plumbing and deal with shit and drains and grease. So I was doing these things to help. This morning I get a call. I put my sign up in a convenience store in my neighborhood. Johnson's Corner Grocery. Look them up, Curry, North Carolina. Stop by. They got a grill. They're an incredible place. Friendly people. Warm atmosphere. You'll see when you walk in. Mom and pop store. It's a landmark. Great people. Mr. Rudy, I appreciate you letting my sign be in your window, sir. Thank you. Thank you. So these people were kind enough to let me put my sign, which I drew on a piece of printer paper with a Sharpie and had little tabs with a phone number. For service, tying in water service to water meters from the house to the street in Pender County only, because they don't require a license or insurance or anything like New Hanover, Brunswick County requires, or I'm not building a house. I mean, this is, I went and asked first. I had permission. So, trying to make a little bit of money for myself to keep my four-wheelers running, had the gas to go to the park, pay my bills, I work what I can, and I work part-time. I get 12 to 16 hours at most a week at my job, so I do whatever I can. I work on four-wheelers for 40 bucks an hour. My shop is called Shade Tree ATV. You know who comes to me? Desperate people, the same people that get my number off of a fucking, there's that word, I'm sorry, off of a sign written on printer paper with a Sharpie. I did put ink pen on the bottom, though, for a little line, so you could legibly try to read my chicken scratch phone number, but a gentleman came into that store Monday of this week, it's Friday, took my sign down. He owns a plumbing company out of Hampstead, North Carolina called Edgar Allen Plumbing. Hey buddy, I gave you a chance. I said a phone call, a civil phone conversation, and an apology for you being petty. This is why he took my sign. Business owners, here's where I shut your mouth, and maybe I'll change your view of how you're looking at me right now. I understand that you pay thousands of dollars a month for liability insurance, up to $1 million coverage to do residential, to cover your ass so you can have a license and the fees and the schooling, and it's not easy to get a plumbing license, all right? So to be a licensed plumbing company, it is expensive and the overhead is outrageous. It dictates your rates. My overhead is low. It dictates my rates, all right? I work on four-wheeler for 40 bucks an hour. I don't do motor work. I source out things I cannot do. I only do things that I can. And at the end of it, I detail your bike for free. So anybody that comes to me is desperate, water lines or four-wheeler. So for the business owner, they have so much overhead, so much expenses that they have to cover that it's hard for them. And they've got I can't imagine some of the bills they are a month, and I understand that. I'm not taking $1 from your mailbox or off your dinner plate or from your children's mouth. I'm taking the people's money that cannot afford you, that would not call you because they cannot even have the money to think about getting on Google to find somebody that's off of Angie's list. They can't afford that. It's Pender County, North Carolina. They said, just don't drape a water hose across the backyard, honey, because it'll freeze, and the inspector will probably pass it, because we understand it's Pender County. Went down to the office and talked to the people. I had permission. So this guy is a licensed plumber. He has got his shit together plumber. Edgar Allen Plumbing, you need a licensed plumber? Give them a call. They shut me down. If you don't need a licensed plumber, give them a call anyway. They might be great plumbers. I'm not trying to take $1 from your mouth, bud, like I told you. Could have killed this with a phone call. He took my sign. He called me. Just being nosy. I got excited. Another one. Yay, that'd be cool. Be the first phone call I got off that sign. That guy took my sign down. Put it in his truck. Probably tore it up, burned it, wiped his ass with it, fed it to the dog, whatever. But played hacky sack with it. That's what I'd have done. Balled it up and played hacky sack. But he took my sign. He didn't take a number, he took my sign. This morning I got a call from the Pender County Inspector, Harry T. Fissler. Told you, buddy, all you had to do was apologize and let it go. He called me asking for my license number with no plumbing job open. I don't have no job I'm working on. So he messed up doing that and told me I could not do it any longer because he had a complaint that I needed a license. So they shut me down. So you can shut me down, buddy. I'm done. I'm done. You win. But he said I could still do them if I do them for free. So if you live in Pender County, get up with me. I'm putting another sign up at the store. Go up to Johnson's Corner, Curry, North Carolina. Get my number. I will only do yours. This is a non-profit now. Fuck them. You're going to try to stop me? I'm fighting back. I'll do them for free. All right, the video is going to end. It's going to be a part 2. So I'm just going to continue talking. It's going to cut off somewhere here and here. But if you live in Pender County, North Carolina, and your well is shot, your water's gone, you got sand all in your line, I'm going to have to look. You're going to have to own your own property for me to do it. It cannot be for landlords. That's not what I'm about. It's not what a nonprofit does. I'm going to cover these parts for this first job out of my own pocket. I am an amateur YouTuber, very amateur. Just started 5 months ago. I got 94 subscribers. I love every one of you guys. Thank you so much. You don't see ads because I don't get paid. You know, I'm not there. I'm there with the views, but they're reviewing it. I don't know because of my cussing if I ever will get paid from this. But I'm going to do this from the pocket because these motherfuckers, Jesus, man, shut up. I'm upset.